Let's take a look at how we can use Canva to create collages to upload to Craft Roulette. So here's an example of a collage. I created this at 825 pixels high by 14 and 20 pixels wide. That is perfect for the slideshow on Craft Roulette on Friday nights. All right, so this would be for one photo with your name and episode number. Now, let's say that you wanted to add a little photo on top of your other photo. I just created this photo well and dropped it anywhere. You can put it anywhere on the page that you like. It just depends on what your main photo is on the bottom here. And I'll show you how to do all of this in just a moment. Here we've got a 5-picture collage, and notice that on this I've got in the middle, this is where your main image is going to go, because on Craft Roulette, when you are looking at the gallery, it shows the center of the image. So that's where you want your focal point to be, is in the center of whatever it is that you upload. Okay. So now let's start getting tricksy. So here's a 6-photo parameter collage where I've created a little area for the project, for colors, for element, and for random. And then this is a couple of photos, like let's say you want to show the outside and the inside of your card or project. So this would be the same thing with the parameters, but you would just show your focus, the one card in the center. Okay, so I think that's because this I am going to show you. Yes. All right, so let's go ahead and use this one as an example. Now, if you are new to Canva, one of the things that I like to do in the free account is to create a folder in projects called current project, and that's where I can just pull in any of my images that I'm using, so I don't have to go searching all over for the images. So the first thing that I did, this was for episode, and so I'm going to go ahead and put my name in here. And just so that you're not in a panic, I'm going to give you these. I'm going to link these so that you can go ahead and take a look at these. So you don't have to make your own, but I'm going to show you how to make your own as well. All right, so I believe this was episode 207. I don't know, it might have been 208. Doesn't matter. I'm just showing you how this works. Okay, colors. I like to go to the internet. This one was asking for a buggy ride. And so let me cancel that and show you what I did here. All right, so in the current project, I had uploaded this photo that I found online when I searched up buggy ride looking for the colors. And so now I'm going to click and hold and drag it into this photo well. If I were, I'm going to undo that. If I were to just click, it would just place that full image onto the canvas, and then I could move it around wherever I wanted. Now, when I pop it into one of the photo wells, it is going to center it, but I don't want, the majority of this wheel to be showing up. So I'm going to double click, and you'll notice that there is a little outline of where your photo is, and so you can click and drag. You can hold it from the corners and resize, and so that lets you choose exactly what part of the photo that you want to like have in your little photo well. So when you're done, you can either click outside anywhere or just hit done. And now I've got the colors. The project on this example was a joyfold card. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one of my photos that was the joyfold card that shows the actual fold. And again, I want to modify the size of this so that it's really easy to tell that indeed this was a joyfold card. And you can just fiddle around until you get the perfect sizing. And then again, I can hit done and it shows that that is a joyfold. So then I'm going to have my main image, which is a top-down view of this card. And I could also edit, like I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this one just so that you can see, and notice that you can also rotate this. So if this hadn't been a straight picture, and it might not be, I don't know, we'll have to make it big and let's find out. Okay, so if I've got my image that is too big, so I'm going to, in the lower right hand corner, I'm just going to resize, grab the resize bar so that I can see more of my screen. Okay, and then I can zoom back in, make sure that's roughly centered, and then hit done. Okay, so let's say that the colors, like I didn't like the colors on this. With it selected, so just clicking on it once it's selected, I can hit edit photo, and you can see that it gives me some filter options. I can go to adjust, and then I can auto adjust. And let's see what happens. Sometimes it works. Yeah, see, that's too much. So I don't mind the adjustment. I just don't want it to be quite as intense, because that was not the colors that I had selected. All right. So that's a little bit better, not quite as bright. All right. So that's just some really quick ways that you are able to like make adjustments. You could go in and with finer detail adjust it, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, so then the next thing that I would want to do is show the inside of my card. And again, I'm going to drag this out because I don't want you to see my, in the picture, I don't want to see my shot box taking up all the space, right? Okay, you can still see that. So again, I'm going to zoom out and drag this around until you cannot see the shot box. Okay. And then when, again, I just clicked off, I could have hit done, but I clicked off. And so here with, these placeholders for my name and the episode number, I hit shift and then I clicked on them, and I can kind of move those wherever I want, wherever they fit. I'm not going to worry about it too much right now, but just remember you can resize these, you can change the color. If you want to change the color, you would just select the text that you want to change the color, come up to the A that has, when you hover over it, it says text color. Then you can go ahead and change that color to whatever you like. All right. So now let's go ahead and I had a picture with the element was, what what was the element? Oh, sticks and stones. I'm like, what was the element? All right, so I'm going to grab the sticks and stones and drag this down because I want to show that it was the stones, not only of the street, but of the wheels, and then the sticks holding up the little awning, which then I come back down here. Again, I can fix these colors, which I would. Then I took a close-up picture of the trim. So again, I want to make that a little bit bigger to show that that was the trim, which is very clever. Okay, so that's it. So then what I would do is go ahead and click on share. And if you're using my file that I created, you're going to save it to your own drive or open it up as a template in your own drive. I will save that for you. But let's say that you use this particular layout. You're not going to want to save every single page. You just want to save page 6, which is the one I'm on right now. So I clicked on share and then download. And then where it says select pages, right now it says all pages. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to deselect all pages and select current page, which happens to be page 6. And then I can make sure that I've got either whatever the file type is. It can be PNG or JPEG. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at PNG. If you want to modify the size, you could, but I would leave it at the 1420 by 825 because that is the size of the slideshow in Craft Roulette. So then you're just going to hit download and it's going to save it as this file name here. And then I can go ahead and go to the file and upload it to Craft Roulette. All right, so once it is downloaded, let's go ahead and take a moment to look at how you would build your own template. So the fastest way to do this, again, when you're starting your project, let's say you're not using my template for starters, when you are creating, so let's see, I'll just go to the main menu. I'm going to go to create a design. And then I'm going to do a custom size. And this is where you would type in your 1420 by 825 so that you can ensure that it fits the Craft Roulette slideshow. But since I've already got that, I'm going to just go ahead and start here. And so over on the left-hand side, we've got the options here to choose elements. And under elements, if you scroll down a bit, you can see grids and frames. So for right now, I'm going to choose grids because this is really the easiest. So look at all of these different grids. If you knew that you wanted, let's say you had 3 pictures, and so you wanted to use this grid, you would just click on that. Let me make this a little bit smaller. So you'd click on that and that would give you the grid that you need, and then you could go in and add your pictures. Okay. This would be a great one if you were doing like a slimline card and then maybe you wanted to have the inside of your slimline or a close-up. Okay, but let's say that's not what we wanted. Let's say that you wanted more control. And so you could click and drag this middle, or the large section, which would just be the single grid. And again, like I was talking about, like let's say that you want it to be just in the center so that it shows up in the gallery correctly. And if you want to ensure that it is like the perfect size, you can select the image, click position, and then over here where it's got your width and height, our height is going to be the 825 because that's the height of the overall image. But then maybe we're going to have the middle section be, you know, like 600, right? So let's say that's what we chose to do, 600. Then when you click and drag this, what you're going to notice is that it starts to give you these pink lines that show if it's centered or not. And so again, you could, if you decide, nope, I actually want it to be bigger, you could go ahead and just drag and make it whatever size you want. And then let's say that you are going to add another image. And so again, we're going to elements, and I'm going to drag out another one of these boxes, and then I'm going to start to resize it. But you're going to notice what just happened. Because it filled in the background, now it's behind my other image, which that is not what I want. So I'm going to go to position and layers, and I am able to move this box on top of my other box. And again, I can resize it any way I want. And I could go up to the border style and click a border and choose the weight of the border and the color of the border, and then it makes it stand out a little bit from my image. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to go back to my projects, and let's say that I was doing my main image here, and again I was going to resize it so that it would fit into my box nicely. I'm just going to leave that for now. And then let's say that I wanted to show you the inside of my card, and then perhaps I wanted to write text over here, put my name or something. So that is just like a simple way that you can make your own collages on using Canva. And it's so super easy. So I hope that this helped you out, and I can't wait to see your collages on the next slideshow. Remember, make time for creative play because your mental health matters. Bye.